Welcome to RidgeLife. I'm Tim, and today on Ramblings, I had to do it. Didn't really want to do it, but I had to do it. If you look behind me, there's the 48 panel solar array, and you can probably see, I don't know if you can see, all tons of cables hanging down from up there. Matter of fact, you see the yellow extension cord right there, that goes to the lights under the canopy there. But you don't see a bunch of red and black wires in there. Remember, there were tons of temporary solar cables I had going from the generator tent up to the solar panels, because that's how I was getting my temporary power. Well, I gotten up there today 1,000 times up on that ladder and disconnected. I think it was 30, at least over 30 solar connections, MC4, over 30 of them that I had to disconnect, and they were all over the place up there. And you guys remember, I hurt my knee, right? Bowling with Meredith and her neighbor and the family. You know, I had ACL replacement and meniscus repair, you know, a couple years ago, and it was healed wonderfully. Never had any problems for almost 2 years, and then I go bowling, which I've been bowling twice before. And and I got so much fluid under the kneecap that when I straighten it out, it pops. But if I straighten it out slowly, it doesn't pop. The fluid just kind of pushes away. And there's a Baker cyst behind it. And I know some of you guys said, Tim, you need to go get that checked out now. I just ain't got time. I got to finish this solar. I got to get the solar shed going. I have to go to Freedom Weekend. I have to go help David on Come On Mountain get his solar done. I have to come back, and then I have to start on the off-grid barn house foundation subfloor, right? So if it ain't better in a few weeks, I will go to the orthopedic doctor and have him, you know, MRI it, X-ray it, all that kind of stuff. But as far as getting surgery on it, unless they say I'm going to lose my leg overnight, I'm not doing surgery until the off-grid barn house is dried in, right? Till it's dried in. Once it's dried in, then I can look at doing something like that. Yeah, so right now, as of this very second, the only power going from the solar panels to the property here is just to the jackery. All the EcoFlow cables have been removed, the Blue Eddy cables have been removed. All of that has been disconnected. So we're this close. Now that I got those disconnected, I've got to rewire everything. And 32 solar panels, got to climb up there. And pretty much every single one of them, I got to climb up one time, at least one time. So that's 32 times up and down the ladder. So 32 up, 32 down. And I've already been up 30 times, the 30 ones I've disconnected. And then, of course, I still have to connect the permanent wires coming from the columns and the disconnects and get all the clips and everything. So at least 40 more times up that ladder today. Whew. Yeah, I'm going to be a sore puppy tomorrow. I forgot to mention yesterday, you know, I told you Willa's been doing laundry, Hudson's been taking care of the animals, we've been sorting socks and doing dishes and all that stuff. I forgot to mention, I think I just put it in text in yesterday's video, I grilled steak and salmon that first night after Meredith left for the kids, and ooh, it was, I grilled it on her big purple egg. I'm sorry, it's not an egg, hers is an acorn. You know, you got the big green egg, well, she has a purple acorn. It's a knockoff. I mean, it's the same thing, it's just purple. And it's smaller, it's not as small as David from Come On Homestead, and he's got the XL. I think the one I got just a L, or just a regular, you know, R. But it cooks a mighty fine steak and salmon. It's got this little spin out rack, you know, it's got salmon up here, steaks down there. And yeah, I had green beans, and I had French cut green beans I made, and French fries in the oven, and put some Lowry seasoned salt on the French fries. Willa just tore those up. I told her they'd taste just like McDonald's French fries. She said, nah, not quite. She loves her McDonald's French fries. Got back yesterday, picked her up from dance. Then me and her and Hudson went out to go get something to eat afterwards, because I had to go pick her up at 8 o'clock from dance. And we went to the Sakura, the sushi place. It was closed. We went to JT's, which is kind of like an American steakhouse kind of thing. It's just a local place in the Mumford, Toka there. It was closed. And then we went to a third place. Where did we go? It was closed. So we went 3 places. They were, it was Outlaw Barbecue. Yeah, we went to Outlaw Barbecue. They were closed. So then we just ended up going Chick-fil-A. So we had Chick-fil-A last night. And we went inside and sat down and ate. Like, nobody does that anymore. Everyone gets a mobile order, pick up, take to go, all that. But I'm still an old school guy. When I go to Taco Bell even, I still go inside and eat. I mean, I know. Ever since COVID, most people just get it to go or get it delivered or all that stuff. But no, I'm still go in. Even in fast food, I still go in and sit down and eat. I just don't like cold French fries, cold food. You know, time you get home, and you know we live so far away from most things. Of course, Meredith doesn't live too far from her town, but me, I here on the ridge, and I see Meredith and me, and we're still working on that whole we thing. You know, it's the farm and the ridge, the farm and the ridge. I'll get that figured out. I will say this, it has been a little bit cooler these last few days working here on the ridge, and the humidity level is still a little starting to get up there, but the temperature has not been in the 90s. It's been in the mid to high 80s, which is nice. I mean, I'm totally enjoying that part. I just seen a giant fly land on the camera, and guys, I just saw something in the news. They're not horse flies. And they're not fruit flies. They're a new type of invasive species that will suck the blood out of livestock and just torment them. Again, they're not horse flies. You know what a horse fly looks like, right? These are just like giant household flies. And there's one sitting right now on the camera on the exposure dial. But yeah, you can't see it. But go check out the news. They're hitting the Mid-South here, and they're huge black flies. Huge black flies. Again, I don't know what kind they are, but they're like the size of my pinky nail. They're huge. Just stopped off at Grandma Carol's and ate lunch today, and see Miss Ellen, my other mother. It seems like her and my mom were best friends growing up. She's like my second mama. She brought over to my Uncle Sonny's some strawberries pork steak. That's from Strawberries Restaurant in Holcomb, Missouri. Holcomb, Missouri. And one-of-a-kind pork steaks, and they're just like this thick and fall off and seasoning. And the brand name is Strawberries. Actually, around here you can get strawberry seasoning in the Walmart seasoning section. So if you go online to Strawberries Barbecue, you can actually order a 5-gallon bucket, I believe, of their seasoning. And their sauces are good too. They got a spicy sauce and a regular sauce. But that dry rub is the thing. The bomb diggity is the dry rub. So anyway, I stopped off. She had some leftovers. Now I had a salad and a pork steak. Of course, it's been working up here on the ladder a little rough. Whew, that sun may be trying to come out a little bit. I'm gonna get a little hot here. So gotta get a little drink of the Gatorade. No Coke Zero, guys. It's Gatorade. All right. Yeah. So. Talked to Meredith. She's doing amazing on her trip. She's actually going to meet my sister tonight for dinner. My sister lives in Connecticut. She's just 30 so miles from where Meredith is, and so they're going to meet up. I assume they're going to meet up at where my sister lives. I don't know who's driving where, who, but yeah. So they're going to meet up for dinner. That's really cool. Meredith should be coming home Friday afternoon. So me and the kids got to continue getting everything ready for her. I did just make reservations for Willa's birthday party. So we have Freedom Weekend over at Bobbleheads. And then when we come back, we've got Willa's birthday. And we were trying to plan out something. So what we're going to do is have a pool party at Meredith's. I invited my granddaughter Adelie and grandson and my granddaughter Sophia. That's Tyler's. And so they can come and get to see, and of course Grandma Carol will be there and everything. I rented Meredith and I rented reserved a 24-foot tall, 70-foot long water slide. It is a 24-foot tall, dual lane water slide, and it's got a total 70-link slip and slide with waterfalls. So you come down the slide and you go down the slip and slide all the way, and it's got these little waterfalls that keep you swooshing. So instead of having a pool at the end of this water slide, it's got a slip and slide that goes all the way down. So And by the way, I contacted and I got a military discount, $50 off. Thank you very much. Let me actually shout them out real quick. Let's see who that was. Her name was Mindy, and they are from Spacewalk of Tipton. Yep, make sure it's Spacewalk, Tipton County. HereComesFun.com. So if you go to HereComesFun.com, you can go see what we got. So thank you, Mindy. I appreciate the military discount. Nice to see people doing that. I am really looking forward to Freedom Weekend. Not this weekend, but next weekend. We're heading up to Mountain Magazine. Meredith and the kids and I were going to stay at the Mountain Magazine State Park Lodge and go over to Bobbleheads and we're going to do some biking and stuff. Hopefully we'll do e-biking. Hopefully my knee holds up. But should be a really good time. Should be a really good time. Hopefully it's not as hot as it was last year here, because it was a scorcher on the ridge for Freedom Weekend here. And you know, most of us are all off grid, so we don't have a big giant house to sit in air conditioning. So there'll be no sitting in air conditioning over at Bobbleheads either. His trailer will be, or his tiny house will be should be off limits to kids and people coming in. He will have a little room. I think he said he's gonna have some air conditioning for emergencies. So that'd be good. So, all right, guys, I've got to get finished. I got to get back up on this ladder. I don't really want to. I'd rather sit and talk to you all day. But I need to get the work done so I can go pick Will up. I got live tonight too on RidgeLife, and guys, no Meredith on my live tonight. She's not here. Maybe I can send her the link and use StreamYard. Might be able to do that. No, she's going out to dinner. I don't want to bother her. She's going out to dinner with my sister. Willow was going to be on the live with me, but she's got to dance tonight. Matter of fact, I got to cut my live a few minutes short to go pick her up by 8 p.m. So, yeah, it is what it is. All right, guys, so back to work. Hopefully you enjoyed today's rambling. If you did, give it a big old thumbs up. Like, share, and subscribe. It's always 100% free. Hit that notification bell right down there to be notified anytime a new video comes out. And as always, hope everyone has a blessed day. Keep rambling and go RidgeLife. Woo! That fly is still on the side of that camera. I'll see if I can kill it, because it is a nasty, nasty thing. Ooh, almost.